everybody. I'm glad you're here. And I'm really excited to have this little bit of time with you and actually a little bit of time with my colleagues, because as you can imagine, we haven't seen one another much either. So I'm going to start things off, but we're all going to share a little bit about ourselves. I'll be brief. So I'm Leah Cox. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I come from, my background is that I just arrived here at UT last spring as a faculty member. And I come from, my histories are, I currently work as the Dean of the American Dance Festival. If you've heard of that, it's one of the oldest dance festivals. It's actually the oldest dance festival, modern dance festival in the United States, and it's run out of Durham, North Carolina. And I love being there, and I very much missed not being there this year. I also work with a choreographer named Liz Lerman, and I worked for many years with a choreographer by the name of Bill T. Jones with the Bill T. Jones Arnie Zane Company out of New York City. And I started his education programs after I was a dancer there for many years. And I did that because I love being in the classroom, and I think the classroom is actually like the rehearsal space, but even more so than the rehearsal space, a radical site, because we don't have to make a product. We can just experiment and become whatever we want to be. So I'm excited to have this time with you, and I'm going to pass it off to my friend and colleague, Dorothy.
Hello, thank you, Leah. Yeah, my name is Dorothy. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I teach kind of in the ballet sequence. I also teach anatomy and somatics and things like that. And sometimes I help produce the performances that the department does. Yeah, cool that you went into your background a little bit, Leah. I'll do like just really short. I'm actually from here in Austin, which is really unusual. And I grew up training at Ballet Austin. And when I was in high school, I was an apprentice with the company there. And then, you know, I went to college, I did things. I lived in New York for 8 years. I danced for a number of ballet companies. But I am interested in, immersive storytelling. The things that I'm really working to get into right now are dance film, and also virtual reality and augmented reality, and, you know, emerging technologies and how we can make space for the performing arts and emerging technologies. So that's kind of what I'm into these days. I've been here for 7 years. Yeah. I moved back to New York and got this job, and here we are. So yeah, that's me. Giselle, you're up.
Tag, I'm it. All right. So my name is Giselle Mason. I actually grew up in Dallas, Texas, and went to Booker T. Washington High School for Performing Visual Arts. I don't know if any of you are from there, but I have been far and away and have been back now for 3 years. I am teaching the contemporary technique classes, as well as being the graduate MFA in Dance and Social Justice graduate coordinator. We talk a lot in our program about what it means to be an artist citizen. So that is also thinking about what dance can do beyond what happens on the stage, especially now that we're in our homes. Like, what does it mean to be a dancer and an artist when we're not necessarily on stage and we're not necessarily in the studio? But we definitely have lots of skills and abilities that I think are super important right now in the moment that we're in. I choreograph. I have a company called Giselle Mason Performance Projects, and I also have a solo project that I've been working on for the past 15 years or so, called No Boundaries, Dancing the Visions of Contemporary Black Choreographers. I've always been interested in the stories that we keep secret, the ones that are often seen as taboo, and how can we share our personal stories in a way that might allow us to bridge our differences. So I'm really excited to be here. Excited to be here with my colleagues. I do hope you will do your research around UT Austin, because there's a fabulous faculty here, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm gonna pass it off to Raphael.
Raphael Xavier, Philadelphia, hip hop dancer, breaker. I make a mess of the space and the movement and turn it into like some magnificent stuff. Started with Ready Has Pure Movement in the 90s, and that's it.
I teach a lot in the creative sequence at UT in terms of composition. Right now I'm teaching movement improvisation from a Western European postmodern standpoint. So we're going to deal with the notion of movement and movement as I'm going to back it up and just say that the whole thing, the whole concept that all of us are going to play around is the idea of gesture, the idea of locomotion, and the notion of rhythm, and how we keep visiting those in different ways, despite the various forms that Giselle, Dorothy, and Raphael all embody. So there are through lines through dance, and I hope this gives you a sense of how we work and how you can work and exist and experiment and expand and grow within the dance program. So everyone's probably had a chance to go grab something to write on and write with, and I'm going to give us timed. I also love time and timing, so I'm going to be really specific with my little chronograph here. And we're going to do 1.5 minute sessions alternating between moving and writing. I'm going to share my screen, which is just mean you're going to hear my sound, okay? So let me pop that up, and we're going to go from here. And let's be ready to move for 1.5 minutes, and then you're going to immediately drop into writing and free writing, excuse me. So free writing means you're not going to censor your thoughts. And those of you that are just joining us are going to drop into the middle of it and catch us as you can. It's all good. All right, let's see. Optimize, cool. Okay, everybody. So the first thing we're going to start off is you moving in your space, and what I want you to tap into right away is yourself as a researcher and an authority of your own body and your own experience and movement. So for the next 1.5 minutes, you're going to tune into the experience and experiments of moving through locomotion. So just the everyday dance that you do, and it doesn't have to be anything but what you feel like doing right now that is constantly locomoting you. How are you moving through space? How are you stepping? Just the notion of walking really simply, walking really complexly, walking with sass, walking with an anatomical sense, grooving, whatever it's going to be, locomote through the space, however you want. No one's watching you, it's all for you. What do you want to feel? How do you want to move? How is the space that you're dancing in right now confining you? Would you call what you're doing dance? Just keep asking those questions and asking yourself to show up and care about them and experiment with them, and even be cool not knowing what you possibly could mean by them. You've got a background here of music and sound that's pretty rhythmically neutral. So it gives you a space to actually define a kind of rhythm and be aware of a pulse and regularity of movement that we could call rhythm through locomotion, how the steps begin to accumulate and make a groove, make a rhythm. The fact that I'm operating from a Western European mindset doesn't mean that you can't be employing any range of movement traditions against it. And keep locomoting, keep moving your whole body forward, keep using your steps. The fact that you can move forward and back, side to side, wherever you are. Great, immediately drop into writing. 1 minute of writing, anything, but you have to keep writing the whole time, just like you had to keep moving the whole time. What are you thinking about? What's interesting about what you just did? What are you wondering about? What comes to mind? Allow whatever comes to mind to be what you write about. If you really don't want to write, you can draw, but keep the pen moving and keep your mind moving. No one's going to see the writing but you. You can misspell, you can shorthand, you can stop and drop anything and start somewhere else. Be incredibly curious about what you're writing right now and take yourself seriously. be okay with the fact that you're in the middle of a thought and you're going to immediately start moving again. You're just going to drop that pen and let it go and transfer it into movement again. And you're going to keep locomoting, moving your whole body through the space, using steps, using rhythm, using punctuation of the pause, of the stop, of the redirect. Yeah, you're going to keep moving. You're going to keep walking. You're going to keep moving your whole body through space, making actions that transform where you are in the world of your space right now. And you're going to allow that sometimes you have feelings, thoughts that might arise as gesture, whatever that word means to you, that there's this moving through space, this walking, this stopping, this shifting feet, this side step, this forward step, and then there's the gesture. There's a thing that comes from the heart, from the body, from an expressive place that involves the whole upper body, and it moves, and then back to walking. So it's not steps. Yeah, it's not a series of like moves you've been taught. It's a way that you feel and a way it comes out through the way you walk quickly and the way that you might gesture towards one way, the way that you might see something and move towards it in your space. And you can play with rhythm against that. And you can play with building heat and building momentum and building speed and then stopping it and redirecting it. And you can get really interested in the way that gesture against locomotion creates texture for you, creates all the various ways that you can feel in the world and the way that you think and respond to the world. And you can be okay not knowing and just moving and forgetting and then remembering, oh yeah, I've got an idea there about locomotion. And then you're going to be really okay with immediately dropping into writing again. And you don't have to pick up where you left off. You might have a whole different realm of thought again. Find that pen and keep your mind moving, just like your mind was moving in your body right now. Keep your mind moving through the page. Or if you don't have something to write on or write with, you're going to drop down and you're going to just type on your computer. And you don't even have to have a program open. You can just start typing. It doesn't even matter if it gets recorded. It just matters that you write. Writing to think. Writing to keep ideas moving. It's a completely inadequate amount of time for the amount of ideas that you could possibly be thinking right now. So we're going to be okay with this as a practice of practicing to think and respect that there's always things that we can capture going on. Let whatever you're writing right now be the most best last thought for now that is totally incomplete. And let your pens go. Cool. Let's go on to Dorothy.
All right, friends. Let's try to stay in the same space that Leo just created for us ever so beautifully, and let's come and stand. So I'm actually going to teach a little bit of balancing choreography, remixed, because of space and things like that. But I want you to please, my favor to ask of you all is to take all of preconceptions of ballet and what it is and how it's taught and all that and just chuck it all, yeah? Just kind of let it go. So we're going to start with the rhythm of the step first, and I'm going to clap it for y'all, and I'm hoping that y'all will join in with me once you learn it. It starts like this. So let's go with me. 5, 6, 7, here we go. 5, 6, 7, go again. 5, 6, 7, go again. So that's going to happen 3 times. And then the 4th time, you're just going to do a straight 4 rhythm, and your accent is on 1. 1, 4, 1, 3, 4. So it goes 3 times. You can join me if you're ready. So we're starting with that, and locomotion. 1, one common misconception about ballet is that it's this like super pulled up, uptight kind of thing, and that is not true. So just the locomotion, just the steps, but also thinking about how we move through space. This is a rhythm. So you cross over. Don't point your feet, don't do anything, just get into the floor. 7, 8. That's all. Yeah. Now, if you were doing this on stage, you would have 3 of these take you 30 feet. But it's not what we're gonna do, because I'm dancing on Welcome to My Stairs Landing. So we're gonna do one face in the front, one face in the back, and one face in the front. So you'll go here, half turn, over, half turn, and the last thing that happens, you're gonna tombe, pas de bout, but the ray of the pas de bout is like a pivot, tombe pas de bout. Yeah? So here we go, I'll do it, try to follow along with me. 6, 7, 8. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. 1 pas de bout, pivot down, pas de bout, pivot. There's a funny transition in there. After your third one, take this around here. You can't locomote out, so we're locomoting around. 1 pas de bout, pivot, down, pas de bout, pivot. Yeah? That's it. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Cool. So, what else? Rhythm, we've got locomotion. Gesture, that's the thing with ballet. It's really gesture heavy, right? It's gesture heavy with your arms and your legs and your torso, right? So adding on top of that, these are like the gestures. You go over here, fight over, da-dum, ba-dum. Over, this is a turned in attitude. That's your gesture, da-dum, ba-dum. Over, turned in attitude, and these allongé arms are your gesture, ba-dum, ba-dum. Now here, keep your eyes here, bum, bum. You're supposed to kind of like, you're supposed to flip over your shoulder with your eyes, like that. All right, there are 3/8 of intro. We'll just try a few times. 1, 5, ready, here. That time. We good? Thumbs up. Want it? Cool. Once again with me, and then maybe I watch one. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all are game. It's really fun. So this is from that's from Balanchine Ballet called Who Cares? And that's obviously not the music that it was done to. All right, thanks, babe. Leah, I always say Giselle, I think you're up.
I am. So we're gonna switch gears. So don't let yourself get too settled. As we were talking about within this department, we come from a lot of different backgrounds, and they all still speak to each other, right? So I often teach something that I affectionately call Afro-Pomo. And that is that we are pulling from forms from along the African diaspora. And that could be anything from dancing in the club to a little bit of hip hop, to a little bit of house, to a little bit African, some West African. And then also pulling from all of these modern dance forms and postmodern dance forms that I also have learned from. So I had some training in Limon. I had some training in release technique, had some training in contact improvisation, and I like to mash it all up and put it together. So we're just gonna get a little bit of a taste of that, yeah? So one of the things that also happens in this form, I'm gonna do the part that is called Afro aerobics. And I was actually inspired by someone I was working with who was doing Afro-Caribbean dance. And one of the things that I really loved about it was that often we know that if we're training, sometimes in ballet, you like learn one side and you stop, and you turn around and you learn one side and you stop, or you learn the phrase and you stop. With Afro aerobics, the idea is that I also want to build up our cardiovascular, what is this called? Our cardiovascular endurance. That's the word I'm looking at, which is totally gone during COVID, right? So, but this idea that we can continue to train our cardiovascular system, that we can also learn by doing. So you might not get it the first or the second or the third time, and this might be a style or a form that's completely unique to you. But for us in the program, the idea is that what I do speaks to what Leah does, speaks to what Dorothy does, what speaks to what Charles Anderson does, who is the chair of our department, what speaks to Raphael, what he does. And so that anything that is asked of you in the dance field, in the dance world, you're like, I know what that is. If somebody told me to move my torso like this is not the first time that I've ever seen that. If somebody tells me to do this with my leg or whatever, it's not the first time I've seen that. And now we know ballet companies, contemporary companies, street dance companies, everything is being asked of dancers. We got to do it all nowadays, right? And then we also have to be human and be able to do this simple gesture, right? So we're going to play a little bit with some Afro aerobics. You're going to follow along. It is completely okay if you have the wrong arm, if you have the wrong foot, if you have, I'm going to mirror you. So I'm going to call this right? I'm going to call this my right. I'm using my left hand, but I'm going to mirror you. So I'm going to call this my right? And then there's a couple times I'm going to turn around just to make sure we're on the same page. Yeah, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to share my music here. Hear it? Great. Ooh, I love those thumbs up out of the ether there. Absolutely great. So I want you to already like find your rhythm, find your engine. So we were just talking about locomotion, and this is true. We all have different amounts of space, but I want you to imagine, because I see you all at the club. When you're at the club, you don't care that you don't have no space. So I want you to still dance fully, yeah? As much space as you have. So we're gonna start with a walk, and we go. Other way. There's our locomotion. If you have a lot of space, you can push. We're going to talk a lot about this buoyancy and the softness in the knees and the hips. Let's try a three-step turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to use rhythm and momentum. Let's try a backside front, a grapevine. Keep forward. We're going to talk about that creep in the hip. It is quite okay to move your hips and your torso. Keep breathing. Hip place, you pulse. So there's no soft knees. Soft knees, soft ankles, soft hip. Especially on floors, you might be dancing on a hard floor. I want you to imagine like you're on one of those exercise balls. Sit bones going down, careful not to tuck. Sit bones going down, pelvis moving. Keep that pulse. I'm gonna bring my knee to my shoulder. Keep the pulse. Keep the crease. And notice that spiral. Switch. Deep breathing. Hope y'all have some water on the side. We're gonna add some arm. Arm and knee. Picking that knee up. Keep that pulse. We're gonna aim. Here's a gesture. You're making an offering. Don't walk forward. But you can walk forward. Be like, hi everybody. Right? So you are making a gesture. And I am here. I have no ill will. curve. Look at your belly button. There's that contraction. Shoulders over the knees. Release the back, head and tail together. Find the arch. Open up the heart. And you stand. We put those together. Hands. Look at your belly button. Curve. Head and tail, arch. Stand. Hands. Curve. Arch. Stand. Let's go faster. Hand. Curve. Arch. Stand. Hand. Curve. Arch. Stand. Hand. Curve. Let's go faster. Hand. Curve. Arch. Hand. Curve. Arch. Hand. Curve. Arch. Great, everybody. We're going to put all of those together. Keep that engine going. So we're going to count backwards. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 on 2 and 1. You're going to make the gesture, the offering 2 and 1. Start on the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, offering 2 and 1. Cut it in half. Start with 4, 3, then go 2 and 1. Other side. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Then you're going to change directions and just do 2 and 1. 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 Yeah? So that will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 4, 3, 2 and 1. 4, 3, 2 and 1. And then face to the side. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. So the music changed up a little bit. Still want to keep that rhythm going. 5. Here we go.
Oh my
7,
darling,
6,
oh my
5, 4, 3, go.
you know I be loving.
Keep breathing.
You know you need this love. Indeed, babu.
Gesture. And 4. Go.
Girl, you make me go low.
4. Go. Turn to the side. I don't care which side.
Like colo. Sweetie money like colo.
Back to the front. Other side. Here you go. Keep breathing. Keep the soft knees and ankles. Go. 4. Go. Find a new direction. You can go anywhere. Off the screen. Back into the space. Good. Keep that pulse. So something I like to say, again, like I said, we're all of this is conversation. So I want you to try this one. We're going to do a bit of our V-vibing. So even though we already have the first, I just want you to see what it feels like to keep that same sensation. And let's see if we can do some tendus, right? So can you keep that sense of gesture? Like my arms are actually embracing, right? They're not just a shape, but I'm embracing the space, connecting into my back. When I do my tendu, maybe that gesture is similar to me offering my hand, right? That same joy, can we find that even in some tendus? We're just gonna go en croix. So it's gonna go brush and close to the side, to the back, and plie. Arms stay up. You keep re-energizing. Other side. Side, back, and then plie. And then let's try dégagé. 1, 2, 3. So you find that accent. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you've never done a dégagé in your whole life, you haven't missed it, then you're okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Plie. All right, shake that out. Ready, embrace the space. And here you go. Look at the floor. I lied. Let's go to the back. All right, here we go. 5, 6. Ready, and high. Let's try a relevated side. Rise from the pelvic floor and down. front. Right, let's try that day to day. And boom, 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 boom. Disengage, disengage, disengage. Ah! Other side. I did a plie, you could do a releve. It's okay. Releve. Good, now we're gonna kick it out. Don't kick anything. I have broken a few things in my house. Kick it inside. Drive to the back. Punch, 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 punch. And whatever this is, try it. Kick to the front. Kick. Get those legs up. Hup. Use the pulse. You can toss the arm. To the back. Boom, 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 boom. And hup, 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 hup. Good. I'm going to teach you just a little bit of a thing. Where am I on time? Leah, where am I? What time is it? Stop. I just stop. Great. Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you
You were
all.
feeling a little too good. It was getting good to you. You didn't know when to stop.
I didn't know when to stop. I was like, somebody please stop me. Get the cane.
My knuckles is bruised. My ceiling is only this high. So I'm banging my knuckles on the thing. Anyway, so that music was moving, very moving. All right, so it's my turn now. Okay. Let me do the shared chumpy. All right, let's just move real quick. I want to do some just react to what you hear. Just move what you feel.
I can see that you're cool, got something I want to be down for anything you're selling down. You give me palpitation, whoa, whoa, make your move, time to prove, show me what you've got. I can see you're ready when you're on the spot, like now. You give me palpitation, no.
That's it. So technically that's dancing. Some people feel like they have to be like super complicated with moves to be a dancer. That's not true at all. If you can do this, if you can react to the movement or whatever you hear, that is dance. Dance comes from initially just reacting, and that's what a lot of hip hop forms were. They were reacting to what was going on, whether it was in a circle or just in the jam or wherever the event was, whatever was happening, you react, that was dance. Then it became hip hop. So you can bring anything that you do, wherever you come from, all that stuff makes for a good vocabulary and the reason behind doing something, not just doing it just because it's in or because it's cool, but something makes that happen. Something is triggering you to do that. Okay, cool. So we have, our first thing is this here. Kareem went to set up, before she moved, it was this, that's all. She just moved there before she took off, right? Andrea backed up and stood up, right? Simple, here, back up. That's it, those two things. I'm gonna use, Abby, give me another one. Okay, cool, I'll take that, just this, right? So we drop the arms down, back up, elbow. That's it, simple as that. Now I'll take a few things that stood out for me with Giselle and Dorothy. It was this grapevine thingy, right? And it went, I'm gonna mess it up, but this is what I saw. This up here thing, right? And here, back, sweep, round, and front, right? Now, we're gonna change it just a little bit. So for me, I'm gonna repeat that grapevine movement. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, step. So again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, step. When we get here, we're gonna kick that foot out here. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, round, bop, bop, bop. Then we have, once we get here, 1, 2, 3, we go here, back up, elbow. Now, as simple as that is, we got to turn this into something. Like, why are we doing this? Is this a plunger? Are we blowing up something? Are we bending down to pick something up? What is it? Here, blow up, back up, elbow. Figure out what that is for you. Why are you doing it? Give it a reason so it lives in your body, not just Raf said bend down, step back, right? What is this? What does that mean? Right? So look, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 up, 1, 2, 3, down and up. All right, let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Now again, what's going to make that really work is, what does it mean to you? I just threw some simple movements together from what I saw you guys do. I did not make that up. So I can take that, whether it feels weird to me, because I don't know what it is. So it feels weird to me, but we're going to make it our own. So you have to own it. So let's dance to 2 different musics real quick. One we just had, then I'm going to change up, give you an idea what styles become. All right, here we go. Here we go. 5, 6, 7,
I can see that you're cool, got something I want to be down with anything. You're settling down. You give me palpitation. Whoa, whoa, make your move, got to prove. Show me what you've got. I can see you're ready when you're on the spot. Like now. You give me palpitation. No.
Easy, simple. One more. And all this is just taking things that you see every day or whatever it is that makes you move. It was just reaction.
About you. Way I'm looking at you, whatever.
And this is what
keep looking at me.
People really like. Now, okay.
Getting scared now.
How do we do this? Everything really
Right.
written.
Don't feel me, baby. It's just Justin. Feel good, right? Listen. I kinda noticed something one night in your colorful face. It's kinda weird to me since you're so fine. If it's up to me, your face will change. If you smile and light should set the tone. Just be limber. And if you let go, the music should move your bones. Just remember, sing this song with me. Ain't nobody love it like I love it. You're a good girl and that's what makes me trust you.
Okay, last thing. Now, that's only 10 seconds, right? It's not even 10 seconds long. So now we start throwing in things of, I always say the improvisation only lasts about 15, 20 seconds. After that, it's in your head, you're gonna repeat it because that's what you know. It's very hard to keep improvisation going for a long time, but you can always disrupt that space and come up with something. So if there's something in the way, you don't know how to operate around it, that's improv because you have to figure it out. So now we can repeat, we can pause, speed up. I think somebody mentioned that earlier. So, Andrea, give me a number.
3.
3, cool. Leah, give me another, give me an action. Jump, spin, give me an action.
Jump.
Okay, cool. So we got 3 and jump. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna randomly pick something. It's gonna go, we're gonna do 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, right? And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, here. Jump this. This is, right now, we're just pushing it. I want you to go here, jump, pop, pop, pop. Then when we get there, we go down, back, 1, 2, 3. So now we find a rhythm. You can use both hands or one hand, but add it into your groove at the end. All right, last thing, here we go.
Hey! Just something about you. Way I'm looking at you, whatever. Keep looking at me. Getting scared now, right? Don't feel me, baby. It's just Justin. Feel good, right? Listen. I kinda noticed something one night in your colorful face. It's kinda weird to me since you're so fine. If it's up to me, your face will change. If you smile, then that should set the tone. Just be limber, and if you let go, the music should.
Easy, right? Simple. Now, that's not called anything. That's not hip hop dance. It's not, there's nothing. We just took movement and we moved through it. We reacted. We brought our own thing into it. For me, breaking as a breaker, I can't teach you what the breaks to the record is no more. It doesn't make sense for that generation, but it totally makes sense. The definition of breaking is to take apart, decipher, decode, and put back together to find solution. That's what you just did, but you're not a breaker. Anyway, that's it. That's it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm done. I'm done. Word.
It was great, and it was not enough time for any of us, but maybe y'all get a
no.
sense of what's possible, and you get a sense of that there is more than we can delve into, and there's plenty to do in 4 years here. So we're going to be 1 minute over probably because y'all are going to want to have some questions, but I want to give the floor back to you. So you have 1 minute to write and capture anything you want to write about this, because if you just go away, it's just going to be a fun time. So figure out the through lines. We were all riffing and playing amongst locomotion, gesture, and rhythm. What do you want to capture for it? What's interesting for you to take forward? 1 minute all for you to write. All right, it's not enough time and it's just enough time. 1 minute, out you go.
Great. Thanks, y'all. That was so great to watch. Thank you for sharing your space and being here with us today. We do have events coming up specifically for dance later in November, so you should get invites for those since we have your info and you're registered for this event. So check that out. There's going to be a Q&A with current dance students, and then we're going to have another sort of mock lecture kind of thing in November. We don't have time for questions now, but my email is all over the Theater and Dance website. So if you have questions about what you experienced today, you want to connect with a current student, maybe even a faculty member, or you just have questions about applying to UT, shoot me an email. We can set up a time to chat one-on-one, or I can just talk to you over email. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night, you guys.
Thank you, Natasha and Devin and Leah, for organizing.
Thank you
Thanks
all
all
for
for
being
coming.
here. Yeah.